Well, China's energy security is being directly challenged by the recent U.S. military actions taken in both Iran and Venezuela.
Yeah, almost all of Iran's exported oil and more than half of Venezuela's went to China last year. Joining us now to break down what this means for China's energy security, U.S. policy, and the broader geopolitical stakes is John Byrnes, the strategic director at Concerned Veterans for America. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Good morning, and thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we do want to talk about a report out of Bloomberg this morning that says China has told the country's top oil refineries to suspend exports of diesel and gasoline, placing a priority on domestic needs. How do you assess the strategic impact of the disruption of China's oil supply? What should we be making of this?
Well, it's huge and it's complicated, obviously. There's a lot of calculus here. Oil prices, it's a global market. As you guys indicated, a huge amount of China's oil imports have come from either Iran or Venezuela in recent history. So this is going to impact their transportation costs, their manufacturing costs, and of course their manufacturing costs directly impact United States consumers. It's going to raise the prices of a lot of things around the world. It's not just the Chinese who are impacted by the restriction of oil coming out of these two countries right now. So we're going to probably see a blip at least of inflation. It's going to challenge the Chinese economy. It's going to challenge U.S. Chinese economic and geostrategic relations. There's really no telling exactly how it's all going to work out, but it's a complicated situation. There's a lot of work to be done here on the diplomatic and economic front by our leaders.
Well, I feel like we're not even focused on this piece yet with what's still transpiring in Iran. So on Monday, China's foreign ministry said the country is, quote, deeply concerned about that attack on Iran and that killing the supreme leader was a, quote, grave violation of Iran's sovereignty and security. Can you give us your views on China's diplomatic stance now and what it could signal for future relations with us here in the United States? As you said, it's going to be very complicated.
Yeah, I think that the war here in Iran and the war in Venezuela, or the action in Venezuela, has degraded China's standing a tad in the world amongst its client states, its trading partners, those who are closer to China or feel closer to China as a balance to the United States. So they look a little less capable. They look a little less capable of interfering, a little less determined to do something. They've been frozen out of action in both Venezuela and Iran. All they've been basically able to do is issue protests. At the same time, it makes the U.S., or it can tend to make the U.S. look a little bit more like the aggressive partner, and so it might make China a little more attractive to other nations. It also does put tensions in U.S.-China relations. Obviously, we've gone after two folks that they have felt comfortable doing business with. Certainly, they've felt, especially with Iran, a balancing structure. I wouldn't call it an alliance or even a partnership, or certainly not an axis, but China, Iran, Russia have felt a kind of a unity in balancing U.S. power around the globe that's now very, very weakened from a Chinese perspective. On the other hand, there are some things that show in their favor. Obviously, American forces are committed elsewhere, and they're less available in the Pacific region around China. And we are using a significant amount of munitions that would be important if there was a conflict with China in the Pacific, and it's going to take some time to restock those stockpiles.
Absolutely. Well, President Trump is offering to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz if necessary. Talk a little bit more about the importance of the Strait of Hormuz when it comes to oil and how this could have huge global impacts.
Well, it's certainly a transit point for most of the Mideast oil going to or from China, going to or from Europe. On top of that, it's a huge transit point for global trade overall. Again, especially from those Asian to European transit points. The alternative is to go all the way around the continent of Africa, which takes quite a bit of time. There's been a global trade, a global piracy, a global navigational issue around the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea for a long time. This heightens it and makes it much worse. Houthi missile attacks have been thwarted over the years by U.S. anti-missile patrols in the area. But the Houthis are now encouraged to do more attacks, and we have had a really hard time suppressing those sites where the Houthis have been launching their missiles from historically. So it's greatly complicated. Again, it's probably going to cause a blip in inflation at least, and it's going to require some diplomacy for the partners in the region, our Gulf partners, the Chinese, and trading partners in Europe to work out the future. But it's definitely going to have a huge, huge impact on trade and oil markets.
All right, and we'll keep watching those markets as well. John Byrnes, thank you so much for being with us this morning and boiling this down.
Good to be on.